Hello, everyone. I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like everything cut out, but it did not come back for some reason. So, hello, everyone that has joined in. Thank you for waiting for the buffoonery to kick back on. I think because I was giving Simon a hard time about his live stream the other day. Of course, my camera would cut out and we would have problems because of me saying something about his camera. So welcome. This is the final live stream of the month, which means we are retiring all of the wonderful book items that we have been talking about this month. Not retiring, just they will still be here. They're just gone for the month. So we are moving on to a brand new release next month. I'm so excited to share that new release with you because it's a doozy. It's a big one, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And tonight what we're going to do is we are going to do kind of a little mix of this month's release as well as the release from last month. The release from this week. Which they will, yes, he says they will be placed on a shelf. And when we come back next week, my entire background will be Halloween and fall inspired, which I could not be more excited about. A couple of housekeeping items before we get started. Number one, you are able to still shop the retirement sale for as long as those supplies last. So I think that we have gone down, I think it was originally 8 pages and now it's down to 5 pages. I gave Jess the okay to give Penny the okay to start putting those products on draft whenever they sell out. Then we will obviously double check them later to make sure they're truly sold out and then archive them until we potentially bring those products back. Again, once those products in that retirement section are gone, they are retired and they will not be brought back until possibly a later date, but most likely most of them will not be brought back. Did I forget to bring over the free gift? I think I did. I might have to run over to my office unless Heather Collins is still here, but I think she's probably gone for the day. Sometimes she lingers around the building, so you never know. So the free gift tonight that starts right now until tomorrow and through the weekend is an incredible embossing folder to celebrate our Christmas in July. We had a Christmas in July release, so we are kind of just wrapping up all of that, and that is available to you through Sunday. Now remember, free gifts do not get put into the cart. If you are getting subscription products do not qualify for free gifts, meaning if your subscription comes out over the course of a free gift, it will not get put into your cart with a free gift, and that's just because our system isn't built that way. And it's the same thing with the $60 free gift. There is a new $60 free gift that will start tonight at midnight. All of the new products launch tonight at midnight. You will see them hit the website at approximately 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening. If you want your things to ship together, meaning the new release as well as your subscriptions, if you are one of our subscribers, I would get it in within 5 days. So tomorrow's the 1st. So by Tuesday, I'd get it all in so that we can get, I'm excited. I'm excited to finally meet you, Jamie. I would get all of that into your orders in so that we can get them processed and shipped out all together for you. Also, you guys have all been waiting. We did this in September last year. We are doing it in August this year as to not compete with our very busy September, because we have Stamptember. Then we also have me teaching at SCT. We have our holiday release. So we don't want to compete with that. So because of that, we are launching Stencil Palooza in August this year. So in just a few short hours, 5.5 hours almost to be exact, hello Jerry, we will be launching Stencil Palooza. You will be getting an email every single evening, and that email will have all the details of what is in Stencil Palooza, as well as some special little goodies that are going to be offered outside of Stencil Palooza. Meaning there are some little things that have been created to coordinate with Stencil Palooza this year. Lots of different items that I think you're really, really going to like. It's going to be a huge month of celebrating stencils. I also have 2 classes that are launching next week. The SVG class is finally ready to go. I'm excited to launch that next week with you. And we also have a special stencil technique class that will be launching as well. So we have 2 classes, 2 new classes, virtual classes that are going to be a lot of fun. 50 spots for each, and I'm really excited to launch those with you. You get exclusive products, obviously, in both. Whew, I think that is everything that I have on my little cheat sheet of things to tell you all about tonight. So if you all don't have any questions, we're going to head down to the table. We're going to do something real simple and easy. I think it's real simple and easy. You can let me know if you think it's real simple and easy, because I think it's something that's going to be pretty easy for you to kind of follow along with, and I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to mix and match with some of our previous. I know Brutus Monroe Halloween is it. It really is. We are going to mix and match some products so that we can do a really cool kind of Halloween / literary book-ish kind of a card. So we're going to use a few products from each release. First, where you are going to need your Literally the Best stamp set. This is sold out again, I believe. I don't know, Candy, not Candy. Well, maybe Candy. Is Candy here? Candy or Penny will let us know if it is still completely sold out. And I apologize. I know it's going to be hard for you to hear me right now, but I just walked away for 1 second. I'm going to be right back to the camera. By the camera in a moment. I just had to grab one of our transparencies. I call them transparencies because I'm an old man, but the acetate. We're also going to need, bear with me, I gotta grab them out of here. We're also going to need our duo foil washi sheets, the Gaggle of Ghosts. I already have mine in its little envelope here. Again, the Literally the Best stamp set. You're going to need, this is Washi Map 1, I believe. And remember, the washi maps are how we put our washi onto the actual washi map piece. the washi, I know I'm trying to say so many things at once. The washi tape, like that you can get on the sheets, go into that. I'm trying to explain too many things at one time, I think. And then we're going to need just some various inks. We're going to need some blending brushes and things, the general items that I tell you to grab. Let me see if I have. Hold on 1 second here. I wanted to grab. I guess it's not here. I'm gonna have to go. I wish you could all see the buffoonery, the absolute utter buffoonery that is my studio right now. All right, let's see here. Who do we have? Transparencies remind me of grade school and teacher. Yeah, literally it's the same. Hey, my birthday weekend has started. Wow, my best friend from South Dakota is here, and we have shopped, eaten, swam, and now that's incredible. Joyful creations, I love that. I love it. All right, so let's get started. Most of you know that I always build our cards from front to back. It's the easiest way to build I think it's the easiest way to build our pieces. Obviously, some of you may use different techniques and different tactics, and that is okay. I am going to be building it from the back to the front because I think that it makes it much easier. Still allows talk. Okay, thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this portion here of our washi map, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my paper trimmer and I'm going to cut this piece out. Okay, so it's going to be able to be cut right at 5.5 inches. It's super simple. It's all kind of broken down for you, and there we go. So now we have a perfectly positioned little washi map piece. Now, the way that this works is we're going to take our little washi ghosts, and we are not going to foil this until after we do all of our blending, okay? So I'm going to see, if you've never seen these before, you're going to take this, it peels right off, and this is what our washi maps are built for. So you just go ahead and you place that right on top of where your little gray portion is, and then we're just going to snip, and you're going to want to snip straight across because we're going to use this on the other side, and then you're just going to fold that over, and then we're going to take our other side, and you can maneuver this whatever way it makes it easier for you to see where those templates are. And then we're gonna go ahead and pop that one over, and then flip that, and then can you see how we're building a pattern? And then I can take this extra piece. You don't want to waste any of your washi, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this straight across, and I don't know that this piece is going to be big enough for the bottom, but we can certainly try. Probably not. Nope, just a little bit too small. And this is essentially supposed to be a card for someone that loves the horror or the spooky novels. That's who you would give this to. I have lots of friends that love the spooky horror novels. I'm one of them. Okay, and then you're just going to trim that off. And then you just kind of go through. I mean, you all have seen me do this before probably 100 times. The washi maps are one of my absolute favorite, best kept secrets because you really can do a lot with them. And you get a lot of bang for your buck. But wait until we foil it. That even takes it to another level. So you remember on the packaging, and I don't believe I have one that's still packaged over here, but I don't think I have hardly anything left pre-packaged in this release because this release has done so well, and I appreciate all of you for helping it do so well. This little mini release that we were doing, that I don't have any, like literally they came over and took my the stuff that I had to show. They were like, sorry Christopher, hand it over. Nope, we don't have any left, it's gone. I said, what? And I mean, I was very, very excited about it. Now you could go in and you could take this washi, and you could, if you wanted to, you could color the strips first. And if you did that and you colored the strips first, all that would do would just obviously give you like a rainbow of tiling. So you could do it either way. It's not going to hurt to do it either way. And I've already heated up my fuse machine over there because I want to be ready to foil this, because of course we're going to use the disco foil. We've really been into the disco foil. I mean, I've really been into the disco foil, and I think a lot of you have too, because again, I've seen the orders for the disco foil. All right, so we have our basic pieces done, and now we're going to go in and we're going to blend. Let me zoom in a little bit. It's going to be hard to see because there's lots of shiny things, and anytime there's lots of shiny things, it doesn't like to do its white balance, but we got it. It came together the very, very last moment. Let me grab a piece of scrap paper, and then we'll do a little bit of blending, and this should keep us pretty well. There we go. Hello, Candy. How are you, my friend? All right. So let's see here. What do we have? What do we have? Let's start with bee sting. And again, we're just going to do a real cool rainbow. Just a simple little rainbow. We've done it. We've done a rainbow together a million times. We're going to start down here at the corner. We are using the Simon Hurley Stellar inks. And we'll start down here in the corner. And again, you're just going to start blending. Now, you'll notice that our little ghosts are going to pick up more of the color than the rest. And that's because, and I just used bee sting, and now I'm going to use guppy. And it used more. Oh, awesome, Candy. Listen, we appreciate any video, whether it's pre-recorded or you are live. I know that everybody appreciates everything that you do. I know I do. All right, so we're going in with the orange, which again is guppy, and we're just doing a real quick blend. And I know everybody's gonna say, that's not a real quick blend. It is, I promise. It's so simple, so easy to do these. Whoops, oh my goodness, I'm covered in shooting star ink. It is so simple to do these blends. But once it gets foiled, is really the showstopper. And remember, you can only do the foiling on the ones that say duo, okay? I think we've talked about this before, but I do like to kind of go over it again because it can be a little confusing. All right, so now we're going to go in with 4. One of my favorite new colors. I was on the phone FaceTiming with Simon today. Sometimes it's nice so you can FaceTime a creative friend when you're trying to create new things or design new things. And I saw one of the colors that are coming. And I can tell you, it's a good one. It is a really good one. All right, where is my 100% juice ink pad? We might not be using 100% juice. It's one of my favorite colors. And it has gone missing. That's probably why it's gone missing, because it's one of my favorite colors. All right, so we're just going to do... It's okay. It's around here somewhere, my friends. Let's see, where's my blue brush? Here it is. If we find it, we can still go back in. I mean, I know I have a purple around here somewhere, like Crown Me, or what was the other purple called? And I love the tiling of how it, do you see how it, like, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but I think you can see. I think you can pick up what I'm throwing down. Let's just use some, you know what, let's just go in with a little bit of Midnight Snack, which is a dark blue. We'll pretend it's purple for this card. We're just going to pretend, because it's a very deep shade, but that, you know, it's going to be really cool. I'm telling you, wait until you see those ghosts. Wait till you see the ghosts up there. It's going to be really awesome. Because once this gets foiled, it's going to be chef's kiss. All right. So let's go ahead, and we're going to take now the Brutus Monroe Disco transfer sheet. This is one of the transfer sheets that you can get anywhere transfer sheets are sold. Obviously, BrutusMonroe.com is one of them, but there's, I mean, hundreds of retailers that carry these sheets from Brutus Monroe. And we're just going to place, remember, dull side is always down, pretty side up. We're going to go ahead and place it into our little carrier sheet. These are the Gina K Designs carrier sheets. Super simple. Just kind of tap it down, make sure it's all in place, make sure it's all covered up by that, and then we're just going to send it through the fuse machine. And while we're sending that through the fuse machine, we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp out what we need. So we're going to pretend that this is a spooky library. So we're going to stamp out these books here. And we're also going to stamp out the magic always starts with page 1, because I think that it's kind of magical when it comes to this kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, this really cool Halloween-y kind of background. All right, let's pop this off of here. Grab our little piece of scrap. We have our Brutus Monroe stick and stamp mat in here, which keeps everything in place and very tidy when we are stamping with the Misty stamping tool. So let's go ahead and I think I'm going to position these so that they are right on top of one another, because I think that that would be a cool way to place it. All right, grab our Brutus Monroe detail ink. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Remember, this is not your grandma's stamping anymore. This is definitely, it's come a long way. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be perfect. Let me go ahead and grab this out of the fuse, because we don't want it to get too crispy. And we're not going to open it yet, but we will soon. All right, let's see, how do we do? Well, pretty good. We need a little more ink in the center. Then we're going to heat set this, because you can, I mean, it does dry itself pretty quickly. But yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good. And we're going to just fussy cut this out. There we go. Pop all of this to the side. And then we're going to color this in, but let's go ahead and heat set it first. And then we are going to use one of our frames. We're going to use this frame. And we're going to foil that. And I'd say ghosts. If you're making a card that has ghosts on it, that's pretty magical or magic adjacent, right? I mean, I'd say so. Okay. Set that aside for a moment. All right, are you ready for us to peel? If you're ready for the peel and reveal, quote unquote, I guess give me a thumbs up. A thumbs up. Once we get 3 thumbs up, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, we got 1, we got 2. We got 5. Thank you, everyone. All right, so I'm just cutting thin little strips from my border. All right, so let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, every time. I love it every time. Oh, this wasn't dry enough. The top portion wasn't dry enough for it to foil. Let's go ahead and try to dry that off. There was a lot of ink on there. That's my fault. I put way too much ink on that top area. But can you see, do you see the bottom areas, how shiny they have become? But you can see where the ink was a little too heavy. we are getting, but that gives us an opportunity to just use a different foil. We'll run this puppy through one more time. But that is a great lesson. And I'm glad that that happened while we were alive, because if it happens to you, you can run it through again. If it still doesn't, then you're going to have to wait a little bit of time for it to dry. If it doesn't work this time around because we have to wait for it to dry, we're just going to move ahead with our card. All right. While we're waiting, I'm going to grab my kind of spooky border here. This is from the newly released spooky, not ghastly, something freaky frames, or I can't remember what we call it. I'm gonna have to look, but I'm just gonna trim it down. Because remember, these were designed to be a little inside of an A2. And then we're going to foil that as well. Okay, let's go ahead and send this through while we're waiting for that one to cool. And I want to use, and I hope it's not retired, it might be. I probably shouldn't use it. And that is the Sunrise foil. I think it might be retired. But look at how cool that is. I'm not sure though. It's been a while since I've used it, so it may very well be retired, but it will always be one of my favorites. That's going to be a Sue at ThermoWeb question. Or just by looking at the website, we'll find out. Here's my little slicer dicer. Let's zoom out a little bit. I didn't realize how zoomed in we were. All right, remember, shiny side down for the card panels. Send that through. Let's see, how did we do this time? Oh, a little bit better, but still isn't completely dry. So you could see how we got a little bit more at the top there, but it's still not completely dry. But you can still see there's still a lot of shine there, which works for me. So let's go ahead. We're going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. So we have a little bit of a border on our card. Okay. See that? I think that's so great. And then we're going to put our little sentiment on there, as well as our little border that's just coming out of the oven. All right, let's set that right there. Let's grab our piece here, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to color this in Halloween-y colors. I know you love when I say Halloween-y colors, because you're like, Christopher, what the heck is a Halloween-y color? So I'm thinking purples and greens. These to me are Halloween-y colors, okay? You do whatever Halloween-y colors speak to you. But I like the oranges and the greens. And of course the purples. I'm just going in with lighter shades underneath. The Olo markers, as most of you know, have the lighter shades built in, if you set them that way. They do not have to have the lighter shades built in. It's however you do them. Orange sketches on the edge of SOS. Okay, so I'm assuming that sunrise is then a goner, huh? Is it a goner? Orange sketch will be coming back soon. That's not gone forever. And I'm just going in and just highlighting the pages. And again, we really just want a wash of color. You don't have to be super neat with this. Okay, no sunrise, okay. It must be gone forever. All right, so let's go ahead. Oh, we can peel this now. And this is going to give us a really cool border. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, wow. See how cool that is? It's going to be hard to see, but yeah, you could use orange sketch. This is going to go on the front of that border. So it's going to be like this. It's going to have a spooky outline. Do you see that? And then this will go on top of all of that. So let's grab ourselves a card base so we can start assembling. And we'll use one of our new top folding cards that are coming next month. Y'all have waited long enough for them to get here. And I appreciate your patience. Do you see what I did there? I know. It's Thursday. I'm goofy. It's almost the weekend. I can't wait for the weekend. There is a fly that's trying to attack me. What in tarnation? All right, so remember, with the Brutus Monroe glue, it is designed specifically to not grab right away. It is not supposed to grab within seconds, because that's what I didn't like about a lot of the other glues out there, is it was grabbing and I didn't have time to move anything around. That's why I really honestly and truly didn't use liquid adhesive for a very long time. All right, so we're just going to fussy cut this out with our fussy cutting scissors. And I do apologize, everyone. I know we're going to get messages after the live, but we do not carry these signature scissors anymore. Unfortunately, the manufacturer is no longer in business, so we can't get them. But no matter what, every time I use them, I get questions about them because they are my favorite scissors to cut things out like this. There we go. Looks good to me. This fly is on my last nerve, I tell you. All right, so now we should be dry. Oh yeah, it's not going anywhere now. We can take our little pieces here that we cut out. Remember, we cut them real thin so they could go around the outside, and it's going to look kind of like this border, so it's not going to hurt anything. And you really just need 4 sides. It doesn't have to be perfect. It will kind of do its own thing. All right, then we'll tear these off of here. We're going to be right on time. 7 minutes to spare. Pop that on top of there. And now we have our ghost behind. Now you could, of course, this shows you how you could use that as a shaker panel. And I think we'll just pop this up. Magic always starts on page 1. I think that's fantastic. I'm going to grab some of our popping up adhesive. And then I'm going to go through all the cards that we made so far this month because they go into the archives now. Because on Monday, everything gets switched over. There we go. How fun is that? I love that. I love it. All right, let's grab all of our cards from this month. This fly, I mean, it's like, it really wants to get me. It really does. It wants to come after me. We're going all the way back to the beginning of the month. And I do need to grab one of my books from the back here to share with you. I don't know, this seems to be, these are from Rob's bookshelf. We have a whole bunch of stuff back here from his library. So I'll show you what that looks like. So let's go ahead and take a look. So first we have our just one more chapter. This is when we introduced more of our swatch, our little swatch art. So these pieces here, we added foil to. You don't have to add foil to this. These are, I believe, still available on the website. They are going to be an evergreen for the rest of the year. Then we have this one that just said, "Love makes everything better." This originally started out without this, this sentiment. Then we have this one that says, "To my best book friend." Remember we talked about using embossing powders with our swatch dots? And didn't that turn out spectacular? I love that. Then we have today a reader, tomorrow a leader. One of the first ones that we made. Then we use this one. I copied someone's. Was this? I think that might. Who did this card? Lisa. I think Lisa did this card. And then this is from Candy. I copied one of her cards. And then we did this really fun one where I showed you how you could foil this magical library. Then we have this bookmark. Wasn't this fun? I love this foilable washi. So we did this little bookmark that says bookmarks are for quitters. Then we did this clear bookmark, and remember the idea for this bookmark, because we still offer these clear acetate bookmarks, was you take one of your favorite books, and I don't know if anybody's ever read this book, but this I think was one of Rob's favorites. And when you put it in, then your book becomes the shelving. Isn't that cool? The wording becomes the shelving. I thought that was really, really cool. So that is the clear bookmark. Then we have another one of we did some foiling, and then we used the real heavy duty chunky embossing powder here to make those real thick glasses. I love that. Then we have another bookshelf that we made. We have the world is yours to explore. So this one, the sentiment's already on there, and then you have a spot to put your little sunshiny there. Then we have you are literally the best with the sun. We have the my heart is wherever you are. We did just the foiling on these three. We did this one. This was Shalana's card. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader again. Then we have Booktrovert. And then we did another one of Candy's cards. And again, we just have all of these cards that we did this month that we worked on together. And I'm excited because next month we're going to have so many more. So join me next Tuesday, because I get to release everything and talk about the entire collection with you. So remember, next month's collection is called Pumpkin Spice. So there's a lot to look forward to next month. I think we're going to have a really fun August. Again, we have all of those stencils. I get to, by the time Tuesday's here, I will be able to show you 1, 2, 3, 4 stencils, because they go live at midnight. So I'll have 4 at that time. For Friday Freebie is live and adding to your cart when you purchase $50 or more in shippable orders. Thank you so much, Penny, for reminding us. So, all right, that's everything that I have for y'all tonight. I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me and being a part of my life. We have 1 minute to spare. Can you believe it? I want you to remember to create something every single day, whether it is simply a card for a friend that loves books or your own ending. I love you very much, and I appreciate that you are here and allow me to do what I love every single day. And I will see you all Tuesday. I don't know if I'll see you this week. I might see you this weekend. Who knows? You never know what I might be up to and what I might stop in and get myself into. So I love you tons, and I'll see you soon.